Ever feel lost trying to understand all the details in a property expose in an advert? Stick around. I'm breaking it all down for you step by step. Hi, my name is Ajay, and in this channel we're going to show you how to buy a house here in Germany. Today we're diving into one of the most important yet overlooked parts of the property buying process, the exposé, the advert. This document is packed with details that can make or break your decision, but not all exposés tell the full story. By the end of this video, you'll know how to interpret a property advert like a pro. You'll learn how to focus on, how to spot red flags, and how to verify the details before committing to even for a viewing appointment. Whether you're buying your first home or looking for an investment property, this guide is for you. Let's get started. A property exposé advert is essentially a brochure for a property. It's the first document you would encounter when considering a house or an apartment here in Germany. It's prepared by the broker or property seller to showcase the key features and give potential buyers a snapshot of what the property offers. Think of it as the resume of the property, designed to grab your attention and highlight its most attractive aspects. The advert includes critical details such as the address, where the property is located. Most of the time it's just a zip code though, just to give you a sense of proximity to amenities like schools, pubs and public transports. The reason why the full address may not be mentioned is to safeguard the tenants or the owners who are already living there or still living there. Perhaps they may be overwhelmed by a number of gazillion people passing by and knocking on the door. Size and layout, information about the total living area, the Wohnfläche, the number of rooms, and sometimes even a floor plan, a Grundriss, to help you visualize the space. Energy efficiency, this is where you'll find the energy certificate, the Energieausweis, which tells you how efficient the property is and what heating system it uses. I've already made a video on how to read those Energieausweis, the energy certificates on the top here. Pricing and cost, of course. Details like the purchase price, the Kaufpreis, and for apartments, monthly maintenance fees, Hausgeld. But here's the thing. While the adverts are packed with important information, they're also sales tools. Brokers often use professional photography, wide-angle lenses, and carefully chosen words to present the property in the best possible light. Terms like cozy or potential or raw diamond may sound appealing at once, but can sometimes signal drawbacks like small spaces, cozy, or the need for costly renovations like raw diamond. Not all adverts are equally transparent, and that's where you as a buyer need to approach them critically. A good advert should strike a balance between being informative and enticing. Because your goal is to understand what's being offered and to read between the lines to uncover that may be glossed over. By understanding the structure and purpose of a property advert, you're already ahead of the game. In the next sections, I'll break down each component in detail so you can analyze them like a pro. This will help you focus on the property that truly match your needs and budget while avoiding costly surprises later. When it comes to property adverts, not all information carries the same weight. Some details are essential, while others are fluff, meant just to sell the property. Knowing what to focus on will save you time and help you zero in on the properties that truly meet your needs. Let's break it down in the most critical components of a property advert so you can analyze them like a seasoned buyer. The basic details. This is the first section of any advert and serves as the foundation for your decision making. And here's what to pay attention to. The address, the property's location, isn't just about the neighborhood, it's about what surrounds it. Is it close to schools, grocery stores, public transport? Use Google Maps or maps from Microsoft or any other map tool to confirm. For investors, this is especially important to assess rental demand and future appreciation potential. The property type. Is it an apartment, a single family home, a duplex or something else? The type of property will influence maintenance costs, potential rental yields, legal responsibilities as well. Year of construction. This can reveal a lot about the property's condition. Older properties may have character but often come with high maintenance cost. Newer properties are usually more energy efficient and may comply with strict environmental standards, but they often also come with a higher price tag. If you're looking at which damages per year you should be considering, we already have in a download section in our website where you can pull down what should you be looking at if you're looking at a house built in the 60s or 70s perhaps. And pro tip here, cross-check the year of construction with any renovation claims in the exposé. For example, a property built in 1960 but modernized in 2018 might offer updated wiring, plumbing or heating systems. But if there's no renovations listed, ask for the details. So if the property has been mentioned as built in 2018, although it is modernized in 2018, there is something off. Size and the layout. Next, you'll want to analyze the property's size and the layout. Two factors that directly impact how functional and livable it is. Wohnfläche, living space. This is the total usable living area measured in square meters. Be cautious because sometimes this figure includes balconies, partially finished basements, attics, which might not be fully practical for everyday use and might not even be signed off living space by law. So please have a closer look at that figure, not only in the advert, but also later on once you're checking the documents on the Wohnflächenberechnung, on the calculation of living space. Room count. Look closely at how many rooms are included and how they're categorized. For example, does the property have enough bedrooms for your family? Does it include a dedicated office space if you're working from home? These little things may make or break your deal, or may use or misuse and exploit your time. Floor plans, the Grundriss. A good exposé will include a clear floor plan. Pay attention to how many rooms are connected. Is the kitchen close to the dining area? Are the bedrooms in a quieter part of the property, facing towards the back side and not on the front side where the tram is passing by every 5 minutes? And pro tip here, a great layout can make even a smaller property feel spacious and functional, while a poor layout can make a larger property feel cramped. There might be a room which you need to pass through to go to another room, or pass through the bathroom to get to your attic. Have seen it all. And don't just focus on square meters. Consider how the space works for your needs. The energy efficiency has become a top priority for many buyers, and it directly affects your monthly cost. This section of the exposé is one you shouldn't overlook. In Germany, an energy certificate is legally required for most properties. It provides a rating from A+, most efficient, to H, least efficient. Properties in A to C or D range are ideal as they're most cost-effective to heat and cool. We've already created a video on the energy certificates, which you'll find here. Heating system. Does the property use modern systems like heat pumps or solar panels, or is it relying on old, less efficient methods like oil heating? And outdated systems might require costly upgrades, and strict regulations in Germany could make this mandatory at some point in time. And pro tip, if the exposé does not include an energy certificate, request one immediately. A missing certificate could mean that the property is either outdated or inefficient. There's always a reason why the certificate is not provided to you. Pricing and cost. The financial section of the exposé is where you determine if the property aligns with your budget, not just for the purchase, but also for ongoing expenses. The purchase price is the upfront cost of the property. Compare it to similar properties in the area using tools like ImmoScout or ImmoWert or whatnot. If it's significantly higher or lower than the average, dig deeper to understand why. Hausgeld. Maintenance fees. For apartments, the monthly maintenance fee covers shared building expenses such as cleaning, repairs, reserve funds, etc. A high Hausgeld could signal that the building is older or requires frequent repairs. And additional costs. Some adverts lists costs for optional extras like parking spaces or garden plots. Factor these into your budget if they're necessary for a lifestyle. And sometimes it is just mandatory to buy the parking spot along with the house or the garden house, which has been put on 1,000, 2,000 euros extra. That is something which you need to include in the Kauf price and the purchase price. A pro tip, don't forget to account for ancillary costs like broker commissions, notary fees, and land transfer tax. These can add up to 10-15% of the purchase price. This is where brokers and sellers get creative, using descriptive language to paint the property in the best light. While this section can provide valuable context, it's also where you need to read between the lines. Words like recently modernized can mean anything from a fresh coat of paint to significant upgrades. Always ask for specifics. What does modernized mean, and what and when? Unique features. Does the property have a garden, a balcony, or unique architectural elements? While these can add value, ensure they're as practical as they're appealing. A sauna, for example, may not be used by everyone. In vague terms like needs modernization or potential for improvement, these often signal significant additional cost for repairs and upgrades, so be very careful of those words. A pro tip here, a good property description should balance transparency with marketing. If something feels too good to be true, it's worth investigating further because it might just not be true. Photos are often the first thing that catches your eye, but they can also be the most misleading one because of staging tricks. Professional photography often uses wide-angle lenses and enhanced lighting to make rooms look larger and brighter. Be critical of what you're seeing. Does the size of the furniture suggest the room might be smaller than it appears? A very good point is the bed. We've got standardized bed size in Germany, so if a small bed, which is 90 centimeters wide, appears to be huge in a room, you might know that there's something off. Outdoor views. If the exposé mentions a green view or quiet surroundings, confirm the photos support these claims. Have a look at Google Maps, or once you're there in person, have a look there as well. Floor plans. Use a floor plan to match photos to the actual layout. This will help you spot any omissions or inconsistencies. A pro tip, photos should give you a realistic idea of the property, but they're no substitute for an in-person visit, so always look what you're buying. And always verify what you see with your own eyes. By focusing on these key components, you'll not only save time, but also gain confidence in your property search. In the next section, we'll look at red flags to watch out for, because not every exposé tells the full story. Spotting red flags. Not every property's advert tells the full story. And that's why it's essential to spot red flags before you proceed. Here are the key things to watch out for. First is the missing energy certificate. If the advert does not include an Energieausweis, it could mean the property has outdated heating systems or poor energy efficiency. Always ask for this document. It's legally required in Germany to reveal future costs. Vague descriptions, and be careful of terms like potential, needs modernization, raw diamond, Dornröschenschlaf in German. While they often sound promising, they indicate or may indicate significant additional investments. Always ask for specifics. What exactly needs updating? When was it modernized last time? When are the pipes from? When was the wiring changed? These kind of things. Suspiciously low prices. If the price seems too good to be true, it probably isn't. This might signal legal complications like leasehold ownership, Erbbau. We've already done a video on that, so please check that. Or hidden structural issues. Research comparable properties in the area to understand if the price aligns with the market trends. The photo discrepancies. Photos can be misleading. Wide-angle lenses, bright lighting, can make space look bigger and more modern than they actually are. And always verify what you see with an in-person visit. And this goes especially for investments. By recognizing these red flags, you'll save yourself from potential headaches and focus only on properties worth your time and money. And don't hesitate to dig deeper when something feels off. It's better to walk away than get stuck with costly surprises. Interpreting a property advert doesn't have to be overwhelming. By focusing on key details like size, energy efficiency, and pricing, and watching out for red flags, you can confidently navigate the property market. And remember, a well-informed buyer is a smart buyer. Use the advert as your starting point, but don't stop there. Do your due diligence, visit the property, ask the right questions, and verify all information to ensure that there are no surprises later. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's planning to buy a property here. And don't forget to download the advert evaluation checklist linked in the description below. It's a game changer for anyone searching for their dream home or investment property. And with that said, see you next time.